Morning, boys. Friday, currently 8:30, doing the school drop off. Faith has got flu, bless her, she's not very well, so I've taken Jess to school. Now I'm going to get my ass to work. Today I've got a Golf that we did previously for head unit and sub, 4 speakers, all the other bits and bobs, 2 amps. He's back in. The stuff that he puts in the boot meant that the sub box slid, hit one of his old amplifiers, but in a position that it basically wrenched the ports out of the RCA in, so the amp is kind of toast. There's loads of crackling and stuff like that because the signal's on and off as he drives. So we've got to replace 2 signal cables and replace the 4-channel amplifier, rewire everything back in. Got boxes back in the back of the van. We did a bed install last night at home, delivered yesterday evening. So last night I was building a bed for Faith. Jess is coming today, so I've got more flat pack to build tonight. Hopefully that's it for a while because I get fed up with it. Trying to understand IKEA instructions is always fun, and they show you how to do it, which is kind of common sense, but obviously trying to figure out the little spots and which way around the wood should go, and if you're building it this way or that way, and do you want your headboard this end or that end, and the cupboard's opening left and right. It's quite a funny situation trying to figure out the instructions. I understand why some people don't bother, and they pay people to do it because, yeah, IKEA furniture is fun, very, very fun. This afternoon I've got a VW Tiguan coming in. Now currently the infotainment adapter that we need is out of stock and has been for a little while. She's having a Pioneer fascia kit, was going to be an info lead. It's got parking sensors and stuff on the car, so what we'll have to do is probably keep the camera active with an input lead, which we can do, but for the PDC and that kind of stuff might be a little bit of a problem at the second, so we'll figure that out when it comes to it. Head unit won't be an issue, wiring won't be an issue, but we just obviously need to keep the camera, that's one thing, and the parking sensors will beep but just not show an icon. So that's that for today. It's going to be a busy one. We got loads on tomorrow as well. Dan's with me Saturday just as well, because we've got, everyone's like, can I, and I'm like, yep, come in. We've got to up the workload, obviously get ready for Dan coming on board to make sure we've got enough money coming in to afford him. It's gosh, the bills. It's quite it's a tough time of year. End of summer holidays, the work slows because obviously people come back off of holidays, they don't have a lot of money to spend on toys. But this year I've definitely noticed a drop in work towards the end of sort of September time. So when you get presented with, you know, 7 or 8 grand's worth of bills at the end of the month for that quarter, you feel it right deep down low. And then after that I've now got to find extra money for a bookkeeper, an accountant, to help with a PAYE for an employee, because I don't know too much about it, so leave it in the hands of the professionals, as they say. And then another £2,000 a month for Dan's wage and payment and, you know, national insurance and tax. It soon adds up. It's worrying time. It's worrying time. It's like a big leap to have staff and wondering if you're going to make it and stuff like that. But originally we did say that about the new building, was I can't afford it, and I got in it and I've made it kind of work. So I'm hoping the same is with this. I will get my little worker hat on, do some fast training, and, you know, crack on quite quickly. You can see from the work at the weekend we did on that 207, obviously I tackled the head unit, Dan did the doors and the door speakers, and we did rattle through it quite quickly. That time lapse was about, I want to say it was about 2 minutes long, which would equate to about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. And I shortened it, obviously, because you don't need to sit there and watch us running around the workshop like ants for 2 minutes, but we did knock that out fairly quickly. And that's what we need with all the other work then, is the diary becomes fuller and we get more work in, more jobs. Accounts this weekend, yay. But other than that, I'm going to get off to work, have a coffee, and I will see you when we've got our first one in. It's probably there already. See you in a bit, everyone. Right then, my dudes, here we go. So first one, little golf we did a little while ago. Just pop on the old bonnet hanger. There we go. So this one basically has 2 amplifiers. The sub box has come back and smacked that set of RCA leads there, and now that amp is toasted. So we've got a new Pioneer to go in here. Just got to rechange everything, do the wiring, run 2 new signal cables to the front of the Pioneer, take the seats out, down the center of the car, avoiding obviously interference. Don't run signal cables down the sides of the car, you just pick up the electric from the door or electric from the car, because you've got a wiring harness in here. Signal cables right down the middle. Pop the head unit out, good as gold. Right, get cracking on this, see you in a bit. Right, this thing's now kicking, which is what we like. Sounding fresh, that's good. Right, so head unit's back in, cables all wired. We've got a new amp in the back. I've played with the tune, so we've got a new amp there, new cabling, obviously 6x9 sub, front door speakers, rear door speakers, all working, and it's pretty good. Right, I'm going to button up that last panel, get a customer ring. VW Golf is done. See you in a bit, everyone. Right, Golf's all done. All this stuff's back in it. I do find it quite funny when customers try and pull the wool over your eyes with regards to installs. So originally this thing was sounding funny, and apparently it was my fault. So obviously we've found the amp has a RCA problem, put a new one in it, but this was also in the system. And I asked who touched it, and he said nobody. But the last time I did a job on a car, I never used Amazon Basics leads. All good now though. Right then, dudes, it's the afternoon, just gone lunchtime. Heavens are just starting to open, and we've got the Touareg in. Tiguan, that's what I mean. So fascia kit out, undo that, screw there, this pop down, screw there, take that down, that off, DAB aerial, microphone in the middle, and then we're doing fascia kit in here. Now this does have the park pilot, so it's got camera and parking sensors. Not sure if I've got anything to work with this. We need to keep the camera working. Parking sensors will still beep, but we'll try and keep as much of it as possible. Steering control shouldn't be an option, shouldn't be a problem, will be an option. But we'll get cracking on this. These things are fun to take out because the air vents usually discombobulate. So I'll get cracking on this. I'll see you in a bit. Right then dudes, we are done. Let's just turn this down. So this one has the MIB PQ. This is version 2. Obviously we are out of the correct lead, but I've managed to fashion a camera interface, and we still have said wiggly lines that tell you which direction you're going. And that big thing there that you can see is a tow bar. So we've still got that working. Parking sensors are still beeping, so she's got the majority of stuff. Steering control's all right, but DAB, Bluetooth, all going on in this car. She should love that. Right, let's give her a call, get her to come pick it up. See you in a bit. Ciao for now. I need to get my ass home. I've got some flat pack to be building, so we're going to get this thing put in the garage, get some tools packed and go home, and I will see you bright and early in the morning. Me and Dan have got our work cut out tomorrow. It's going to be a bit of a hectic one. Alex has booked in everything, and I mean everything. It'll be a busy one, so I'll see you when I see you next. Toodaloo.